I'm broke the boss, I flip the script. Super Trucker Podcast got me fully equipped. Left the noise behind, now I'm stacking green. Voyager Nation make me live the dream.
The truth that every owner-operator to be or that is currently an owner-operator needs to know about leasing on to a carrier. All right, the pros versus the cons of leasing on and versus going independent. All right, so the bottom line is you can leverage so much of the liabilities to somebody else when you lease onto a certain carrier. So if you're not prepared for that, DOT audits, for the factoring, booking of the loads, having established relationships with brokers. As a matter of fact, if you've never done a carrier packet or you have no idea what that is, that's when you should be considering leveraging liabilities to a certain carrier, much like Voyager. So give us a consideration. We'll be on the phones and answer any kind of questions you may have. What you actually get with a good carrier is going to be a lot of tools that you need to be successful. So for example, you're going to have the ability to have access to fuel cards. In our environment here, you're actually going to get 2, and they come with apps, and that app allows you to trip plan. And when you're trip planning accordingly, you're going to see tons of savings, anywhere from $300-$400 on a weekly basis. And remember, that is straight from the bottom line. So that is almost like free money that you're just giving away if you're not using these apps and trip planning accordingly. So that's number one. Hidden costs of cheap lease on deals. So not everything that shines is gold, my people. Anything that is paying like a 90-10 split, you got to know that there's the other side to that coin. The other shoe will drop, and it usually drops on payday because you're going to be able to see all the deductions that they never talked about. And they're going to kind of be realistic because to do business, there is a cost. So you got to know that you're not just going to get away with that. But hey, what is a trailer rental fee now? What is, are they nickel and diming you in regards to usage of the ELD, admin fees? Anything beyond what other packages are included, insurance, things of that nature. There is a cost to do all that business. You just got to know that 10% is typically not enough. So if it's not enough, you got to be asking for that sample settlement so you see exactly what that true picture looks like. At the end of the day, if you probably do the math on something like that, you're probably paying out 35 to 40%. So guys, do the math, ask the right questions, don't get caught up on that. Why your authority isn't always the golden ticket. It just depends on who you are and what your capacity is. Now, what's important is you don't lie to yourself because it will cost you money at the end of the day and probably everything that you've been working for. So if you're a strong-minded individual, perfect. But what if you don't know enough? So I would say start slow. Meaning, lease onto a carrier, right? No one's taking away your purchasing power. You have that, you got that money in your pocket. You can always start your authority at any time. You can always put the down payment for your insurance at any time. No one is taking that from you. But what is happening is you're giving yourself that opportunity to slowly walk into becoming that guy. So you want to be able to, lease on, work with the dispatcher. Ask the questions, ask questions about how they're dispatching you, why to certain markets, what are techniques that they use to search for those loads. You're educating yourself about that. Predatory rate cons, what comes along with that? What about factoring? What kind of things cause underpayments, chargebacks? All of that is what you want to be exposed to now when it's somebody else's responsibility rather than when it's your own. Trailer, another topic is trailers. So if you don't have a trailer just yet, boom, you can leverage that because trailers come at a cost. You're going to have the maintenance on it. You're going to have the monthly payment on it. So, you want to consider all of these things before you actually make the plunge into owning everything. That is for some people, but it's also not for everybody. So you got to really weigh your options and see which one best suits you. Dispatch savings explained. So check this out. Actually, a dispatcher, you can actually end up making more money by not dispatching yourself. Why is that? Because you can't be in 2 places at once. So it's very difficult for you to have a true understanding of the entire picture of how the rate in the market looks like if you're busy driving, getting unloaded. Remember, you're probably mitigating different types of problems. You're mitigating, making sure that they unload you on time. The 14-hour clock started, making sure that, they didn't make a hole in the roof, this, that, the other. You're managing trucking, breakdowns, preventive maintenance. There's so many things that come along with that. Multitasking, that you really want somebody doing this 100% dedicated, glued to that chair, dual monitors, simply looking for the best opportunities for you at every hour of the day and always looking for solutions. Real world examples of leased on success. So we actually have a few of them. We have a few guys who have leased on with us and they did their own authority and they moved on to do that. In some cases, unfortunately, it didn't go well for one of the guys. He did come back though, and continues to do his journey successfully. But however, that's what it's all about, is leveling your business up, always pushing forward, and growth mindset. We've had a couple people retire. They did over a decade with us, and then just simply said, it was time, and they hit the age and then lined up all their ducks, and so, hey, more power to them. But that's always successful, to see people have a goal and reach those goals. That's always a win for everybody. All right. How to spot red flags before signing on. Guys, we just did a live stream on this, so make sure you go check that out. It's on the Super Trucker Podcast. So check that out. But those red flags, you want to know where you stand. Are they original Raycons? And this is just naming a few original Raycons. That's going to talk about that transparency. Do they actually let you see sample settlements from other drivers so you can compare notes? That's another one. Do they run legal logs? And why is that important? Don't just think of the value add or benefit that you think you're getting, but that tells a lot about their behavior, that, it's a recipe for disaster. And do you want to be a part of that? So those are just some small things. Go check out that live to get more. Why some drivers stay leased on forever? Because they love it. Some guys just like that. They found their niche. They found what works. They have a work-life balance, and then that's it. So other guys are always going to look for more to expand their business. And some guys found the perfect environment for them, and then they just ride it out. They understand trucking is trucking. It comes with volatileness, but when it's time to go get it, they go get it, and so forth. So hey, everybody's different. Owner mindset versus employee mindset. Guys, these are two polarized ideas. And what has to happen here is you got to pick one, and you got to stick to it, and you got to be freaking good at it. So if you're thinking about buying that truck, you better be shifting to owner mindset. That comes from financial literacy to discipline and everything, and accountability. So that's going to be the owner mindset. You cannot you cannot own that business with that employee mindset. It's just not going to work, guys. You're actually operating on borrowed time. How Voyager sets you up as an owner-operator to win. Listen, we're going to talk about your goals. We're going to talk about your expectations. We're going to come to an agreement and align those two, and then we're going to work the plan. So we devise the plan for you based on all your needs, based on where you're willing to go, not go, all that good stuff. So it's your priorities, but we're going to come up with that feasible plan, connect the two, and then watch you win. So that's what this is about, leveling up your business. Guys, give us a call at 863-342-5171 to learn more about this opportunity and how your business can benefit. All right, my people, be safe, drive safe. Until next time.
Operators looking for the best business owner opportunity, look no further. I got all the programs that are going to make you successful. Everything to operating from 2 different fuel cards, top of the line trailers with a maintenance program that is unbeatable, to plates, insurance, you name it, we got it. All you got to do is give us a call, 863-342-5171. Learn more and get started.